Hello, and welcome back to our drama. That is this America first? Is this America first? Trump, the America First president, will be using foreign steel to build his White House ballroom. California Governor Gavin Newsom has taken shots at the president after a report claimed metals from a European firm have been donated to his White House extension. Oh, America first? All right, this is obviously low-hanging fruit. Low-hanging fruit for Gavin Newsom to troll him. California Governor Gavin Newsom has trolled Donald Trump over a report suggesting a European metals company has donated foreign steel for the construction of his White House ballroom. And before those of you come out and say, "Well, it was donated, so it's free. It's free." It's like, bruh, you're the federal government. If you're really America first, support jobs. If you have to pay for American steel, do it. Just the look of it, bro. The look of it when you're America first is horrible. It's horrible, bro. And again, if you want to say, "Oh, it's free though, it's free," it's like, but why don't you just support American jobs and pay? You're the federal government. Like, that's doing a service to the people on another level than just free from somewhere else, right? Is it not? According to the New York Times, the Luxembourg-based ArcelorMittal has donated materials to help with the $400 million project, which nobody wants and nobody cares about, which would appear to run counter to the president's past championing of the American steel industry, of course, given that the materials were reportedly produced in Europe. Oh, so the jobs that put this together, even though it's free, were in Europe. America first. The president has long spoken up for U.S. steel, part of his broader support for traditional blue-collar industries. He supports with his words, but where's the actual, like, practical results, the doings? Where's the doings? He can say all he wants. Words don't mean, nothing. Where's the policy and the doings? All right. Imposing tariffs on foreign metal imports last year in the interest of shielding domestic manufacturers from overseas competition. While the White House imports foreign steel to build Trump's ugly Epstein ballroom, California is opening its first new steel plant in 50 years. If true, wow, that's big. Big if true. I don't know. Remember, if it's a politician, I don't give a damn what side they're on. They're probably just saying things. They're definitely saying things to make themselves look better. So, but if there's a first new steel plant, that's great. That's great. Gloated Governor Newsom via his official press office account, referring to Pacific Steel breaking ground on a new mill in his state this week. Look at that. Look at that. And again, when it comes to the tariffs, bro, you can't just tariff and then manufacturing appears like a fucking leprechaun. You know what I'm saying? There's two sides of it. You got to tariff, and then you've got to encourage the building of the things, the making of the things, the jobs that you want your people to have by domestic investment from the federal government. Jesus Christ. Once again, another installment in all federal government isn't bad. And this is what you fight here in America. Everybody's like, "Oh, it's government bad. Government bad." It's just like, that's not. Anyways. The governor also responded on his personal account, suggesting a new slogan for the administration: "Make America Luxembourg again?" Question mark. Again, it's too easy. It's low-hanging fruit, man. It's low-hanging fruit. It's not like it changes anyone's mind. I know. No, we all know. We get it. But it's blatant hypocrisy, and it happens all the time, especially with Trump. Another point of criticism was offered by Minnesota State Senator Grant Hauschild, who wrote, "Foreign steel in the White House. Are you kidding? We've got Iron Range mines shut down and hundreds of United Steelworkers laid off." Of course, because the economy sucks, bro. Instead, they're outsourcing one of the most iconic American buildings overseas. American steel built this country. It should build the White House too. Of course. Low-hanging fruit. Administration spokesman Davis Engel responded by saying that Trump is making the White House beautiful. The way they say things, bro. Making the White House beautiful and giving it the glory it deserves at no cost to the taxpayer. Something everyone should celebrate. But again, things are way more nuanced. If you're America first and part of that is like supporting American jobs, then you should be happy as the federal government to pay for American steel. That's better than just getting it for free. That just is. Because now you're supporting jobs in the country for domestic production of goods. Like, that's better than just getting it for free from here. Just is, bro. Just is. And this is what they try to do whenever they say this stuff. Something everyone should. Do you not want free? Do you not want free? It's free. Do you not want free? It's like, but there's levels to this. Are you only thinking in that one way? Because if you do, that's not gonna. You're not gonna end up America first, as you didn't here. You know what I'm saying? But don't you like free? Do you oppose free? Only people with a severe case of Trump derangement syndrome would find a problem with that. No, I just lay it out how we can find a problem with that. There's enhanced ways to be America first more than this. And you chose not to do it. You chose not to do it. Okay. It's like they don't think we can think things through. That's what they just say, like, hey, I told you, be grateful. I'll be grateful. No. A White House official told The Independent they could not discuss specific materials being used in the project or their point of origin, citing security concerns. What? Shut up, bro. That's The Independent has that's just them. Now we don't want to share the information, so like, security concerns. The Independent has also reached out to ArcelorMittal for further comment. Trump has stressed that he raised the money for the ballroom from wealthy private donors, corporations, and cryptocurrency entrepreneurs, so it would not cost the public. Okay. Nobody wants this though. Nobody wants this. And it invites, because he obviously loves this dumbass ballroom so much, it invites a conflict of interest where if you supported my ballroom, I'll give you kickbacks. That's the problem. That's the problem. Again, you've got to think in nuanced ways where there's actual many consequences to many different things, many different choices you can make. And to just keep saying free, you don't like free, you don't like free. Okay, but there's other things that can happen that don't make that the best road to go down if you're America first, or even if you don't want corruption of the office. Oh, here's a federal contract that I can stick my fingers in, says Trump. There's 3 companies that want it. One of them donated to my ballroom. Look at that. They won. That's bad. That's bad. You see how that's bad, right? Oh my God, you see how that's bad. Okay. He previously revealed that the ventilation and heating giant Carrier Global had donated the air conditioning for his pet project, but the source of the steel involved had not been disclosed before. The president did allude to the donation last October, however, telling a crowd he had been approached by an executive from a great steel company. Oh, it just happens to be a European one. America first. He said, "Sir, I'd like to donate the steel for your ballroom," Trump recounted. I said, "Whoa, that's nice." And I found out, "How much is the steel?" I called the contractor. "Sir, it's down for $37 million. I said, "This is a nice donation, right?" The president went on to describe the gift as great steel as opposed to garbage steel. It's just like coal or clean coal. Not coal. Clean coal. They do the little scrubbing. Because they dump a lot of garbage around, sure. You know, steel is like everything else, including human beings. I can't read the things he says and not... Steel could be high quality and can be low quality. He wants to make sure it's high quality. The Times points out, shortly after Trump made those comments, the White House issued a proclamation ordering Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick to cut tariffs in half on aluminum and steel producers operating the kickbacks! Operating in Canada, Mexico, and supplying the U.S. auto sector. Okay, well, I guess that's not from Europe. But again, that's the problem. You don't like free? Okay, well... If free comes with you now corruptly choose without actually taking the merits of like bidders on a contract, and you just say, well, you gave my ballroom, so it's yours, that's bad. You see how that's... ArcelorMittal potentially stood to benefit from that decision as it exports automotive steel from Canada, although White House official dismissed the link as tenuous. It's not tenuous, bro. It's so obvious. The official also pointed out that the corporation benefits the U.S. economy directly because it co-owns a facility in Alabama with Nippon Steel as well as an iron mine in Minnesota. When they say all these things and they spin, it's because if you just think through it, there are things that are so problematic. So problematic. All right, let's take a look at some of these comments. Jeez, bro. The America First slogan is a total scam if you are importing foreign steel for a literal White House renovation. Right. It is the height of hypocrisy to lecture us about blue-collar jobs while sending tax dollars to foreign steel mills. You just want... You got it, bro. You got it. It's low-hanging fruit, but we have to talk about it, right? MAGA hats are made in China. We've known this for years, bro. Bro, like when he was running in 2015 and he was all about this, and he's been ever since. Someone went into like Trump Tower and looked at the tags in the store in Trump Tower. All made in China, bro. It's just so dumb, man. It's so easily exposed. Shouldn't we be talking about those Epstein files? Steal yourself. We're in it for the long haul. Yeah, we should be. At least American steel mills won't get stuck with the bill when Trump invariably refuses to pay. Well, they said it's free. It's free. But like corruption, bro. American first. Israel first. Chuck Schumer's ears just perked up. European Metals Company has donated foreign steel. What is this? Habitat for Huge Man Baby? True. Yeah. Yo, and nobody wants this ballroom, bro. Priorities. Priorities. Figure out your priorities. They're horrible. They're absolutely horrible. And subscribe for more wisdom.